before I get on to the corporate sector, let me just get on to the political parties. You've talked about what BJP does wrong, or what the BJP government does wrong at the center, or even the right wing does wrong. What about these single man band parties, right? Their image is of like, okay, Mamta heads TMC, it's be all and end all, right? The BSP, the SP, the KCR's party, TRS, there's Stalin in the south, there's, everybody, all these regional parties, so-called regional, they're actually single-man band. Even a Sharad Pawar is a single-man band.
Absolutely.
Right? But in spite of that, they get elected. They don't even need a branding. That one person brand is enough. Isn't that a little bizarre?
No, but you'll be surprised. Mamata Banerjee has a very strong brand within Bengal. Sharad Pawar is seen as the great Maratha. But you're right. These are not pan-national parties. Ironic as it may sound, the only pan-national party
Congress,
is
other than the BJP.
is led by a guy who's better off sitting in a boat which he never has to row. And no pun intended on that snake ladder boat. But that's the tragedy.
Yeah.
The tragedy is that is the only pan-national party.
Right.
The others are parties which fight elections because they have funds. The other person you have to watch out for, because as my grandmother would use a word for him, he's a meesna, is Arvind Kejriwal.
That is such a Punjabi thing to
But
say.
she was Punjabi, as I am too.
Okay.
He is the biggest meesna that you have to watch out for two reasons. Number one, he's obviously got money. And now he's got 2 states under his belt. He understands the game. He has plied certain sections of the media with lots of advertising money.
Yeah.
And, that's what you've got to be worried about. Because he understands the game that is being played qua the media. And you rightly mentioned, how irresponsible has the liberal media been in the most recent reportage on Bhagwat Mann? There's been complete radio silence. Why? Because they're plied with advertising money. So the question that then needs to be asked, Smita, is, as Khushro Irani famously said of the Statesman many years ago, he says the press in India is as free as it chooses to be. And I'm not saying this because I'm sitting here. You run one of the most formidable agencies, in terms of news agencies. You know better than I do that the pulls and pressures sometimes are highly exaggerated. Sometimes television channels want to toe a particular line because they're looking for benefits which have nothing to do with news gathering. Someone may want land for a university. Someone may want land for this. Someone may want land for that.
Yeah, if it's not a purely news-owned organization, then yes. I mean, and many channels, mind you, are owned by rice exporters, builders, politicians. So they have their own compulsions. That I agree. But and even newspapers, I shouldn't say just news. So that's where I think social media has come in. Let me tell you, even when we're talking about the media in the past, there are many presumptions that I myself had, which I used to think that's the way it's done. Till social media came in, and there was a lot of reality check and literally learning every day.
Yeah.
That, oh my God, what I was doing was wrong. What I was thinking was wrong. And this comes in when an ordinary person tells you that, this is elitism, that, you don't even realize it, that what you were seeing or what you were doing was wrong. And then it just comes back to me. I think social media is a great leveler.
Yeah, but I'll only tell people like you, because you're in the field, don't give too much credence to social media.
Okay.
If you look at the numbers, it's almost about 2% of your population. So it really doesn't matter. Twitter wars can be fought between people who have nothing else to do. B, social media has a way of creating pressure groups where none should exist. The third is the anonymity. The anonymity allows them to say reckless things.
Sure.
When the government created controls or wanted to create controls, I was all for it. And someone said, oh, you're in for censorship? I said, I'm sorry. Platforms cannot be used to incite and create hatred. Platforms cannot be used to peddle fake news. Then there must be some mechanism of retribution. Either the platform should be made responsible, or people using the platform should be made responsible. Tomorrow someone makes an allegation against you or me or person X or person Y.
There is
what
nothing.
recourse do I have?
There is nothing.